And even their slogan is the ultimate driving machine. And there's a reason, and it does live up to that name. You know, people think, oh, you're buying a BMW or a Mercedes or whatever before the status or whatever. No, a BMW is not really, I mean, it is a status symbol, I guess, to some people. But really, to me, it's about someone who loves to drive, because when you drive a BMW, you can tell the difference between driving that car, which makes you feel like you're in control, which it's fun to drive. It's got torque. It's got power. It's sexy. It looks hot. You know, it's a good car, and it's a German car, and it lasts for fucking ever. And whereas if you drive a Mercedes or you drive like some Cadillac or something, those are cars for the rider, meaning they're passenger vehicles, in my opinion. Those are the kind of cars that you want to be driven in, or to ride in, not to drive. Because my husband used to have one of those types of cars, and it was like driving a fucking yacht or a boat, and it was so loosey, and just you didn't feel like you were in control, and there was no connection with you in the road. Whereas the BMW, everyone I've ever driven has been that way. And so it's like it's a driver's car. So if you're fortunate enough to be able to buy a BMW someday, buy one. You will not regret it, hopefully. I mean, I've never regretted it. I've never had any major issues with mine that weren't, normal car issues. So I love it. So BMW is one of my other favorite things. Then we have Madonna. Let me go on a little bit about Madonna for a minute. I think all gay guys have some. Yes, I know BMW forced labor for the Nazis. I know all that shit. Hello, I know all that shit. That's not them now. That was them then. Although it's the same family that owns them. By the way, yeah, BMW is the only car company at all that's still owned by the same original owners and privately held, as opposed to being publicly owned, than any other car company in the world. So that's one of the reasons I think their quality is so good. And yes, I know about the Nazi history of BMW. That's why they have their symbol, their icon, the symbol, the blue, the yellow, the white propellers. It's essentially white propellers on a blue Bavarian sky. That is their logo. And they used to make engines for their airplanes for the Nazis and everything else. So yes, I know that. I'm quite aware of that. But any corporation has some sort of history that I can't stand or hate. So I don't make apologies for liking BMW. So what was I talking about? Oh, Madonna. So Madonna, why do I love Madonna? So every kid, I think you're a gay guy, you've got some diva that you look up to that you've always loved, whether you're a young teen boy or you're my age or whatever. You've got some diva that you just adore. And, like in David's case, I think it's Beyonce. Ken Boggle, I don't know who yours would be. If you have a diva you would look up to, but or you do look up to or really emulate or love or whatever, admire. But for me, it's always been Madonna. Why is Madonna? Now, Madonna is definitely an easy answer. But why do I love her so much? Well, first of all, it's kind of a love-hate relationship with her. Because I've always said I would never, ever probably want to be friends with Madonna. I would never want to know her on a personal level, because I don't think I would like her very much. I don't think that we would get along very well. I think we're both very strong-willed people. Or maybe she would admire that about me. I don't know. But I've never really wanted to be friends with her. And I think most people are like, oh, I would love to be friends with Beyonce. Or I'd love to be friends with Tina Turner, as Kim Boggle says is his diva, or whomever. So it's not about that for me. What it's about for me is because I'm artistic and I've always been an artist in a lot of ways. For me, it is about the artistry of her, the performance art, the music that she writes the lyrics to and she co-writes the music on itself, and her as a woman in terms of what she's accomplished, and she's still going today, even though it's not as strong as she once was, of course, but she's still going, and she's 55 years old, and she's been in the industry and famous for 30 years. So that's quite an accomplishment that anyone, whether you like her or not, has to admire and look up to, especially in an industry like this. And so, or like music. But she's always, the thing I love about her is almost all of her music always has a message and always has some greater cause behind it or whatever. And she's, in my opinion, she's always been someone who's an intellectual, who's also an artist, an intellectual artist, an intellectual artist is not something you always find. You can find someone who's intellectual and creative, or find someone who's an artist and maybe bookish, but someone who's truly an intellectual and also kind of merges various sort of identities or various breaking social barriers or whatever. She's a true iconoclast, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And that's why I love her. And I love her music too. There's something about her voice, and she doesn't have the greatest voice. She's not the best singer in the world. I know this. Anybody knows this. And she's not a horrible singer. I mean, she can sing, but she's not like a singer. Like, she's not a Barbra Streisand or a Whitney Houston or any of those, or Mariah Carey. She's not a singer. She's a singer, but she's not a singer. You know what I mean? She's a recording artist, and she is just that, an artist who records music. So I adore her, love her. I think she's fabulous in terms of those types of things. I think, like I said, I wouldn't really like her as a person that much because I don't think she's probably all that nice, but I do actually think she's great, and I love her. So that's somebody else I love. It's Madonna. What else do I have here? Oh, I'm not going to talk about that one or that one. Something else I love is, I have like a lot of, I'm kind of a geeky gadget guy. I like gadgets and stuff like that. I've always been into like technology and the latest of whatever, if it's around or whatever. And, one thing I love is, that's technologically related or whatever. It kind of sounds stupid, but it's Logitech cameras, and Logitech makes security cameras, and I have them around my house, and I've had them for years, a few years, I guess 3-4 years now. And they're color, and they record sound and everything, and they actually allow you to see who's at your door or in your driveway or in the front yard or behind the gate or whatever the case may be. And all around your house, 360 degrees. And so it's a color and records all the time. It uploads to the cloud. So if anything ever happens to your computer that's recording it, it actually is still uploaded to the cloud. So if it gets stolen, you can see who stole your computer. You can see who came to your house. You can see who's burglarizing you, whatever, who's at the door, whatever. So it's made me feel much more secure ever since I got them years ago. And I love them. And if you have a house or you have a place you want to see who's coming to the door, you want to feel more safe, I advise getting a Logitech security camera system. So what else do I love? I love, as far as stores go, like places to go shop or whatever, or places to eat or whatever, there's lots of places that I love to eat. But one thing I love is Indian food. And I was talking to David about this the other day. I love spicy food in general. Like, I just love spicy food. And spicy food is definitely one of my favorite things because I don't know why, I've just always had a taste for spicy food. And I just am someone who actually seeks it out and actually love to actually experience it. And I think it actually is, I think food is bland if it doesn't have spice in it at all. Some people like more spice than others, right? And so I love spicy food. I like Indian food. I love Thai food. I love Italian food. I just love food in general, but in terms of, spicy foods, those are the ones I love the most. And also, speaking of food, I love food trucks. Food trucks are awesome. If you have a neighborhood where food trucks come around to you in your area, they come all over Dallas, all over the city. And today was one of the days they came to our neighborhood. It's the first Tuesday of every month they come to our neighborhood. There's like 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever food trucks that park in the parking lot, and they serve food to people. They come out there, and it's always packed and everything. It's fun thing to do, and you get to experience different kinds of food. And so every time I go, I have to try something different. And today I had some kind of street tacos or whatever. The time before I had gyros and like Greek food and hummus. That's something else I love. Oh my God, I love hummus. Talking about foods. I love hummus. Love hummus. Yum, yum, yum. I love couscous. I don't know if you've ever had couscous before, but couscous, if you're an adventurous eater, try couscous. It's not any different than eating like a pasta or something. It's really good. It comes in different flavors. I love fruit. I love fruit. I love fruit. I love apples. I love oranges, grapes, pineapple, mangoes, papaya, blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, bananas, I love almost every single fruit there is. So I'm someone who really, really loves fruit. And I think that, it's healthy to eat fruit, right? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. And so I try to eat something every day that's fruit-wise or fruit-related or just fruit. What else do I love? Trying to think what else in terms of the food realm I love. I love salad. I know that's weird. Do I drink fruit juice? No, not unless I squeeze it myself. I actually have a juicer, like a Breville. It's called a Breville or something. A juicer I have here because I went on that whole juicing kick, like, I don't know, a year ago or something. And I did it for like a week and I couldn't do it anymore. Well, I didn't even last that long. I did a juicing thing for a whole day. I just had juice for a day and that was all I could take. But in terms of fruit juice, yeah, I love fruit juice. I love apple juice, orange juice, grape juice. I love juice a lot, but it has so much sugar in it. I don't drink it a lot. Unless it's like for breakfast or something, I'll have orange juice. But yeah, I love juice in general. What was I going to say? I was talking about something else. You made me lose my track of thought. Something else I love. I can't remember what it was. I was talking about food. Oh, salad. I know it sounds weird, but I have always loved salad. I love salad. I love like arugula and a combination of like arugula and baby spinach or arugula and just like mixed green salad or just romaine salad or whatever. I love salad. And then I put like some turkey bacon bits, not real bacon, but turkey bacon bits. I'll have some croutons, a few croutons on there, and I'll have salt and pepper on there, and I'll have a salad dressing of some sort, and I'll have like maybe ham or something else besides that. And I mean, I just mix it all up. It's so fucking amazing. I could eat salad every day. I know I'm weird, but I love salad too. So I love salad. Something else I love is art. I am an art lover, by the way, and I'm an art producer. I love music as well. So I'll talk about both of these, art and music. And yes, David, I love Caesar salads as well, except I don't like the real authentic ones with anchovies. I don't want anchovies. No, thank you. Art. So let's talk about art. In terms of art, let's see. Some of my favorite artists are Picasso. These are the famous ones, of course. Picasso and Vermeer and Van Gogh. And I think that's of all of the most famous ones. Those are probably the ones I love the most. But in terms of the most of my favorites are Jackson Pollock. He's a modern artist, or mid-century modern artist, I should say. And Jackson Pollock, I would say, is my all-time favorite. And Mark Rothko, I love him, his work, of course. I love modern art, and I love pop art, and I love that kind of stuff. And the kind of stuff that I do and create art-wise, when I paint anyway, is very abstract. I'm not a realistic painter necessarily, or into realism, although I have painted things like that, like landscapes or portraiture or whatever. And I have a self-portrait of myself or whatever that I've painted before too. But I'm not like a horrible painter. I think I could be a great painter if I really took time and made it a career, but I'm not a good painter. Because I don't do it enough. There was a time when I was prolific about it, 2005, 2006, where I painted all the time and I got better and better and better at it. And I just stopped, and I have painted maybe 2 or 3 paintings since then. That's probably it. And, so if I devoted myself to it, I think I could be an excellent, amazing artist, but I'm not somebody who has the time to do it because you don't make any money at it. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not going to do it. You don't make money at it. Even though I like doing it, it's something I love to do so much. I would do it, without being paid. And so what I do is my entire house is filled with, excuse me, I'm sorry. It's filled with art that I have to create and design. And so I literally will not buy someone else's art because I know, like, whenever I see it, I'm like, I could do that or whatever, which is totally against the point. But I just can never spend like $100,000 or $10,000 or whatever, or $5,000 on a piece of artwork when I know I myself could do it or something similar and it would mean more to me. So my entire house is filled with art that I myself have done. I've got small pieces, I've got huge pieces. I've got one like 8-foot by 5-foot piece that I have on a wall. And so I've got lots of artwork throughout my house. So I love art in general. And so I think art is very important to the human experience. I think it's important to not only produce art, but it's also important for you to experience it as well. Now, there's many kinds of art, of course. There's fine art, like I was speaking of, like sculpture or painting or whatever. And then there's music, and I love music. Of all the things in the world, that if I had to choose one thing of all the things